Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to work with the page number 85 of your student's book. We are in the unit number 8, Community Workers. In the activity number 1 of this page, you are going to look and tell the times. You are going to look at the pictures, okay? And you are going to tell the times. I'm going to give you an example of what you have to do at home. Here, you are going to practice your speaking and reading skills with this activity. For instance, what does he do? He is a firefighter. Good. And what does he do? He is a chef. What does she do? She is a librarian. What does she do? She is a banker. Okay, now you are going to tell the time he does every activity. Okay, here you have 4 activities. Okay, so the firefighter gets up at 6 o'clock. The firefighter goes to work at 7 o'clock. Now, let's change the proper noun firefighter for the subject pronoun. The correct subject pronoun for the firefighter is he. Third person singular, he. He finishes work at 7:30. He goes to bed at 9 o'clock. So here I'm going to explain you something. As you can see here, the verb has a letter S at the end. Do you know why? Yes, because here we are using a third person singular as a subject pronoun, and we are talking in present simple. And the rules says that when we talk about a third person singular in present simple, we have to add a letter S at the end of the verb, or ES when the verb ends with SH, okay? Or CH. In this case, finish, we add ES at the end, finishes, okay? So let's continue. Now, look at the picture number 2. What does he do? He is a chef. He gets up at 9 o'clock. He goes to work at 10:30. He finishes work at 8 o'clock. He goes to bed at 10 o'clock. She gets up at 5:30. She goes to work at 7:30. She finishes work at 4 o'clock. She goes to bed at 8:30. Now let's talk about the banker. The banker gets up at 5 o'clock. We can change the banker for she because is a female, okay? She goes to work at 8 o'clock. She finishes work at 5 o'clock. She goes to bed at 9:30. Now you are going to look and complete the times, okay? You are going to look at the pictures, okay? And you have to complete the time here, okay? According with the action, with the activity in the picture. Here, I'm going to give you an example. Now, look at the picture number 3. What is he doing? He's waking up or getting up. So, he, the firefighter, he gets up at 6 o'clock. So you have to write that time here, 6 o'clock, okay? After you complete the times, you are going to ask about the people. And you have to write and answer the questions in your notebook. You are going to write and answer 4 questions, okay? Because you are going to use these activities as an example, okay? These actions, okay? I'm going to give you another example. What time does, now you have to complete the question with the correct subject pronoun and the correct action. What time does he gets up? So you are going to say he gets up at 6 o'clock. What time does she finish work? She finishes work at 5 o'clock. Now pay attention to this. I'm going to explain you something. When we make the question, when we ask, we use the auxiliary does. And when we use the auxiliary does, we don't need to add es or s at the end of the verb because we are using the auxiliary, okay? For that reason, I say, what time does he go to bed? What time does he go to bed? I say go without es at the end because I am using the auxiliary. But in the answer, I am not going to use the auxiliary, so I have to add es at the end of the verb. What time does he go to bed? He goes to bed at 10 o'clock. Well, now it's your turn. You have to write an answer 4 questions about these persons in your notebook, okay?